As the pressures of this life are reaching a boiling point, the reality of dealing with our mental health wellness is becoming more and more evident in every aspect of our lives. Now, Dr. Thelma Tenney, a licensed marriage and family therapist and founder of the nonprofit Healing Arts Institute, is making sure people who need help coping get it, whether they are insured or not.
If you don't have healthy boundaries, that's when your mental health is going to deteriorate because you're trying to be any and all to everything and everybody.
Dr. Tenney knows this firsthand. She began the nonprofit after her son Carter was diagnosed with Asperger's and felt a need for mental health services herself.
The anxiety, the stress, the depression, the guilt of feeling like, what did I do wrong? What could I have done different? Not really having a support system designed for me. What would you like to tell the kids who maybe have a diagnosis like you have, maybe autism or ADHD or something? What do you want to tell them?
That it's okay to feel different, and when you're upset, really upset, just talk to someone you trust.
It's a big difference to walk into an office and someone can identify with you that looks like you, that talks like you, that has the same background, the same aspirations, the same upbringing. So it really makes a difference, and not having that was my motivation to provide that for other moms.
What the mission for Healing Arts is to end stigma around mental health in marginalized communities. And when you grow up around it, people don't realize that they're growing up in trauma because you're around it. But it forms who you are in some way. It makes you have an edge to you, or it makes you afraid of something. And Healing Arts is trying to say, no, it's okay to ask for help.
Sometimes it's like maternity. You don't know that you have to elect for maternity care until you're pregnant, and you can't use it. So that's where the underinsured come in. They have health insurance, but it doesn't have mental health component to it. And then there's just those who don't have insurance at all.
Dr. Tenney's team is armed with extensive credentials, interactive techniques, and original handbooks. As a licensed sexologist, she also specializes in generational trauma and couples therapy. She has also authored a comprehensive workbook with her former professor and now colleague.
My experience and my other colleagues' experiences around things that are happening, or relationship problems during the pandemic, people are realizing that they have things that they just cannot work out without a professional. And so I would say she probably get everything from stuff that's happening in the bedroom to stuff that's happening in the boardroom. This is our book, and it is basically a plan for people who are already married and they didn't ask the questions they should have asked beforehand, or people who are planning to get married. And it's like a business plan, just like a mission statement, the whole bit, goals, everything that goes with that, budgeting, everything that would be a part of a relationship once a person got married.
Dr. Tenney believes in the benefits of mental health services so much that she and her staff take their own advice, holding group therapy for the therapist.
So one of the things that I loved is that we actually drew a picture, and then we actually kind of analyzed each other. And it really was like a healing of just being able to share. So we already know 10% or 50% of really why we feel better is because we actually feel heard by whenever we're talking. And so could you imagine when a group of clinicians are helping each other? It just felt like there was no judgment.
It's different when you are with people who know what they're doing rather than having someone who got a 5-minute introduction of this is how the meeting's supposed to go and this is what you're supposed to talk about. You need people who are trained, number one. You can't just have someone from HR do it.
Healing Arts Institute is not only looking to serve clients in-house or online, but on location.
What Healing Arts has to offer well above and beyond so many others, is our willingness and our ability to go into schools and work with the officials, work with the kids, in a natural and symbiotic relationship. We want to be able to bring what we have to offer out of the office and into the environments where these kids are and these people are who actually need that help.
And if you're questioning the benefits of mental health services, Carter's confidence has led him to create his own line of golf apparel and often plays in golf tournaments. You can learn more about the Healing Arts Institute at healingartssfl.org.